Shabbat shalom again, everybody. This side still beat you out. I don't know what's going on tonight. Shabbat shalom. Yes, everybody is alive and well. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been so scared of something you ran as far away from it as possible? Raise your hand if that's happened to you. Yeah, a lot of us. It happened to the Israelites. That's what happened. Moses sees Israel in the distance and picks 12 of his leaders and says, guys, I want you to go check out the land. See if we can conquer it. See if we can make a home there. So 12 go out and 10 come back and they say, not going to happen. There are giants there and they eat everybody. There's grapes so big, they're bigger than our heads. This is not a place we can go. But two guys, one named Joshua, we call him Josh for short, and Caleb. Joshua and Caleb come back and say, no, we can do it. We can do it. Yes, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but we have the strength to be able to do it. We have the knowledge to be able to do it. If we're chazak ve'amatz, if we are strong and resolute and have courage, we can do it. Yeah, we might be afraid, but we can still do it. Really quite amazing. Quite amazing. And of course, what do you think the Israelite people did? Did they listen to the 10 or did they listen to the 2? In the end, they listened to the 2, but before they listened to the 2, they listened to the 10. And everybody was freaking out. Everybody was afraid. They didn't want to go to a land that was filled with giants. So they had to change the way they thought about it. They had to change the way they experienced that moment. So I'd like to ask you to think about something you've been afraid of before. Anybody want to share with me something they were afraid of? Yes, sir, Mr. Moskowitz. You used to be afraid of Splash Mountain. Me too. Me too. And you're not afraid of it anymore? How come? Because you went on it. Interesting. Sometimes, even if you're afraid, if you experience something, then you're no longer afraid of it. I haven't done that with broccoli yet, but I am working on it. I am working on it. Just that smell. Okay, what else? Somebody else tell me something they were afraid of. Yes, sir. Say it again. Vegetables. Well, me too. Now, of course, my wife is here, so I have to be careful what I say. She says if I eat vegetables, even though I might not like the taste, I'll be healthier and I'll be stronger. So I have to kind of think about if I want to adjust my thoughts. McKenna. Translate for me. Spiders. Oh, we are all, many people are afraid of spiders. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a friend who takes the spider up and takes it to the outside and sends it off. I wish I were that nice. But I like that approach. Anybody else want to tell me something they're afraid of? Yes, sir. Flying. Yeah, that's a very real fear. That is a very real fear because your arms get so tired when you're doing this. No, that's a very real fear. And so there's a lot of work that goes into helping a person who has a fear to help them not to be afraid or to deal with that fear. But it's not just that, guys. It's not just the things we're afraid of. Think about the times you've cried. Now, being sad is a very natural kind of state of being. When something sad happens, we cry. But do we want to stay sad all the time? At a certain point, we decide to change the way we're thinking about it or feeling about it. So I want to just give you a couple steps because I think the ancient Israelites did this too. When something happens that you're afraid of or that makes you sad or whatever the emotion is, take 3 seconds. Take 3 seconds. Sometimes you'll be able to control your emotions and sometimes you won't. That's called being a human being. But if you take 3 seconds, you might be able to react in a way that is more consistent with who you want to be in that moment. Has anybody ever been annoyed by their brother or sister? Aha. Interesting. Now, I'm sure 99% of the time you're right and your sibling is wrong. But if you take 3 seconds, and say to myself, is it worth it for me to lose my temper? Is it worth it? I mean, it's just a sweater, or it's just a this or just a that. Is it really worth it? So I want you to say, how do I want to be in this moment? That's the first question. The second question is, what actions do I need to take to get to the place that I want to be? Right? You can be really annoyed at your parent or your sister or your brother, and then you say something that's really hurtful. Do you really want to be in that place? I don't think so. And when it's all over, we ask ourselves, what meaning can I draw from this? What does it all mean? And when we do those 3 things, we ask those 3 questions. How do I want to be in the moment? What actions do I need to take to get me to that place? And when it's all over, what does it mean? Then you know what? God is present in our lives. And this happens with Yehoshua, with Joshua. In fact, the letter Yud and Hey are part of his name after this point, meaning that God's presence is in their life. When we make good choices for ourselves, when we help ourselves get to better places, then God is present. And I'll just say, because there are a lot of parents and grandparents here, we can be teachers in 2 ways. One, we can model that, which is the most important kind of teaching. And secondly, when our child is having a tough time, we might say, who do you want to be in this moment? How can I help you get there? What actions could you take to get us there? And after the incident is over, you can ask, what did we learn from it? Amen.
Let's try that again. For life, for health, for hope, for beautiful, bountiful blessings. All praise to the source of being. For life, for health, for hope, for beautiful, bountiful blessings. All praise to the source of being. Amen.
Amen.